Unaware of the brewing conspiracy by Robert, Brenda stood behind a large crowd in her office waiting for the design competition results. Susie and Laura walked past her, determined to be the first to find out how they had done and hoping to get a reaction out of Brenda.
I remember someone saying this competition would let true talent shine. Let's hope their words don't come back and bite them. I can't wait to see her pretty little face when she learns that she's been eliminated.
Susie, I saw your name. You're ranked 3rd.
It was too good an opportunity for Susie. Noticing Brenda's look of sadness, she walked straight over.
Why are you still here? Those of you ranked 21st and lower will be eliminated. Are you sure you want the shame of seeing your name ranked last?
Ashley felt defensive and spoke first, not even giving Brenda a chance to respond.
Brenda's ranking hasn't been announced yet. How can you be so sure she'll be eliminated?
Brenda's 1st? How's that possible?
Did you hear that? You got 1st place.
Brenda smiled happily, genuinely surprised. But the happiness of winning was nothing compared to the satisfaction of watching Susie's smile evaporate.
Yeah, how's that possible? I've seen her design. It should be in last place. She must have cheated.
As the crowd began to disperse, only a few people were left standing around in the lobby. Susie turned back to Brenda, anger rising inside her uncontrollably.
You were told the details of the challenge in advance. There's no other way you could have won. I'm right, aren't I?
Brenda walked towards her, digging her nails into her palms as she tried to control her own anger. Are you accusing me of cheating? Do you have proof? If you really think I cheated, let's go straight to the boss's office and ask him to investigate the matter.
Don't make me laugh. We all know you have his ear. What kind of investigation is he going to carry out?
Brenda decided it was not worth speaking to them and ruining her mood. She was too excited at the news of her victory. She followed Ashley to the elevator, desperate to share the news with someone special. I'm just going to the bathroom. I'll catch you up. Brenda ran to a different elevator and pressed the button for Cameron's floor. Luca is surprised to see Brenda.
Hi, Mrs. Kent. Guess what I am checking on my phone?
Rekindled heartache?
Yes, checking when will it be out on YouTube. It is releasing soon. Oh, sorry. Let me get the door for you.
Brenda opened the door of Cameron's office. She walked in to find he was taking a break. She had never seen Cameron leaning back in his chair before. She quietly turned around, deciding that it would be best to leave him in peace.
You're leaving already? But you've only just arrived.
I thought you were resting. I didn't want to disturb you. Cameron stood up slowly, his smile broadening.
Have you had lunch?
Brenda shook her head to say no.
Let's go then.
Where to?
Lunch.
Sure. Brenda smiled inwardly as she watched him put on his jacket. It would be the first time they had eaten out together, just the two of them. Is this a date? She asked herself. 10 minutes later, Brenda found herself following Cameron into an exclusive French restaurant she had only ever dreamed of visiting before.
Mr. Kent, it's good to see you again.
Would you like your usual private room?
Yes.
Then follow me, please.
Neither of the waitresses had offered to take Brenda's coat. They acted like she didn't even exist next to Cameron. The second waitress was new, and she had been waiting eagerly for an opportunity to meet Cameron Kent, and his arrival had not disappointed her.
Mr. Kent, we haven't met before. My name is Raquel, and I'm new here.
Call your manager over.
The manager isn't here today. Can I help?
No. Let's go to a different restaurant.
No. Brenda had not noticed the look of fear on their faces, and she couldn't bear the thought of them being fired because of her.
Okay, we'll stay. But only if you change the waitress.
Thank you.
A few minutes later, a waiter took Cameron and Brenda to a private dining room. The lights were dim, their warm glow highlighting the luxurious furniture and decor. It all felt very romantic.
Have a drink.
I think I'll go to the bathroom. Brenda washed cold water over her face, hoping it would calm her anxious nerves. On her way back to the table, she bumped into a little girl. She took out a fiery red rose from behind her back and handed it to Brenda.
Congratulations!
Before she knew it, a little boy walked towards her, also holding a red rose.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Another child ran up to her, a rose in her hand, followed by another and another. By the time they had finished, she had 7 roses in her hand. She had no idea what had happened, but she had an inkling she knew who was behind it. She pushed open the door to the private room and walked in. Look at these roses. Do you know anything about them?
Luca said women like roses.
She's right. They're beautiful. I've never been given flowers before. But why are they congratulating me? Before he could answer, the sound of the door opening interrupted them. 3 waiters walked in, carrying steak, vegetables, and red wine. Brenda's eyes lit up at the sight. She had never even seen such luxurious food, let alone been given the chance to sample it. This looks amazing. What made you think of bringing me here?
I thought you'd want to celebrate.
Celebrate?
You won first place in the competition, didn't you?
Her heart skipped a beat. She finally understood why those children had congratulated her. It turned out he already knew. The celebration had already been planned right down to the tiniest detail. Did Luca help you organize this?
Yes.
I'm glad you listened to her advice. They ate in companionable silence for a while. It wasn't until she had finished eating that she spoke again. Do you still remember the wish you promised I could make?
I remember.
Well, I've thought of one.
Go ahead.
Brenda stood up and walked around the table. Once she was by his side, she took his hand and made him stand up. She looked into his eyes, her face serious. My wish is that you answer a question. You have to answer it honestly, and silence is not an option.
Okay.
Cameron, do you like me? Of all the things Cameron thought Brenda would ask, it was the last thing he had expected. He took a deep breath, his nerves equally on edge.
I thought you would have guessed that when you were given the flowers.
Brenda smelled the rose, but it was no use. She just couldn't concentrate on it. With a trembling hand, she put it back on the table. Does this mean that you like me?
Yes.
Brenda could finally relax. She felt as if the weight of the world had lifted from her shoulders. Her gaze shifted from his eyes to his lips. It was almost as if an irresistible force was pulling her towards him. She reached up and kissed him.
What are you doing?
Well, you said you liked me, so I kissed you. Did I not kiss you properly? Cameron's face was unreadable. Brenda's eyes widened in utter terror. She had never been in a relationship before. Perhaps I did it wrong, she thought, panic rising up inside her. Oh no, he's going to be furious. Cameron's coldness towards Brenda's impulsive gesture made Brenda question herself. Did she seem too eager? Did she turn him off? Did she ruin the moment?
Hi, Brenda here. Hope you are loving Love Bargain. Keep following us as we release a new episode of Season 1 daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all seasons of the audio series by installing the Pocket FM app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the next episode of Season 1, tap here, and to watch the full Season 1, click on the playlist.